All right, guys, for this lesson, we're going to come to you from beautiful Bronte Beach. We're going to get outside, get some sun, and support healthy bones and muscles. Now, I recommend if your day is looking sunny, do the same thing. Let's get outside, take your suspension trainers and iPads with you, and let's train from there. Let's connect your suspension kits from a high anchor point. Now, handles should be roughly at knee height for these exercises. Basic tabletop crunch for this exercise. So you want to make sure you're holding a straight line from elbow to elbow, so you can see Sam's doing that perfectly. And you want to make sure you're looking straight up, because if you start to look at your toes, you're going to yank and you're going to pull at your neck. So we want to make sure we're not doing that. Maintain your tabletop throughout this exercise. Let's get you to try it. Working some 45-degree atomic crunches for this exercise, guys. Now, you can have two ways of doing this. You can start with a triangle base if you like, but what you can see is Sabina's actually doing this from her hands. So if your wrists are okay with it, try it from your hands. You want to try and crunch to the outside of your elbow to engage your obliques through this exercise as well. Make sure you don't arch or dip your back as you extend out into the plank. Let's get you guys to try it. For this exercise, we're working a side plank. So support arm must remain vertical from your shoulder to your elbow. So you can see I'm holding a perfect vertical line, and you want to make sure you're holding a straight line from your shoulder all the way to your ankle so that you're keeping your obliques active the whole time as well. You can drop that top arm to shift some of the weight and make the exercise easier. working some bicycle kicks for this exercise, guys. So you can see Sabina's lifted her hip off the ground throughout this exercise. So you want to make sure you're doing the same thing. Now you can see the arch of her foot is inside the stirrups for this one. So I want you guys to try it that way. Arms up, so there's no additional support of the upper body. Let's get you to try this one. Let's everybody repeat the last 4 exercises. working some angel wings for this exercise. So 2 different variations. You can see that Sam is going out to a T, which is a standard angel wing. You can see I'm going all the way down, allowing my arms to get to my hips, which is a full range angel wing, which is a much harder way of doing it. So if you're in the market for challenging yourselves, do it the way I'm doing it. Your body must remain suspended and stationary throughout this exercise. Okay guys, working some rows for this exercise. So you can see 2 different variations. Sam's doing the basic version, which is just a standard row. You can see I'm putting some pulses right at the top of it. So this is just going to amplify things a little bit more. So if you want to challenge yourself, I suggest you do it that way. Make sure you maintain a stiff, straight plank body from your ankle to your shoulders for this one. Let's get you guys to try it. Let's everybody repeat the last 2 exercises.
right, guys, Snowman push-ups, named after my client who created this exercise. Okay, so basically what this is, it's a push-up and an alligator knee strike simultaneous. Okay, so watch me. So from here, I'm gonna go into the push-up and the knee strike and finish back there. And I'm gonna alternate. Okay, so twist that hip, get that knee strike in, and finish back. Let's go one more. Just there. Your turn. All right, guys, we're going to work a pendulum for this one. Now, you can see I'm using a pair of dumbbells to assist me because I like to keep my wrists straight when I do it. Now, when Adriana does it, you'll watch, she'll actually do it from the floor just like that. So you guys can choose which one you prefer. I like training from this position, so I'm going to do it from here. I'm going to lift right up. So it's a plank, but then all I'm going to do is start to just swing from side to side. So just tweaking those obliques whilst my back and my abdominals are staying active. Just like that. Let's get you guys to try it. Okay guys, a fairly basic exercise. We're going to work a plank. It's just a suspended plank. What I'd like to do is I like to use a pair of dumbbells to keep my wrists nice and straight. If you prefer to do it on your knuckles for the same reason, or if you want to do it from your hand, that's okay as well. So all I'm going to do from here, I'm going to lift. I'm going to make sure I've got a vertical line from my wrist all the way to my shoulder. And then it's basically a horizontal line from my shoulder all the way to my ankle. Just going to hold it there, just like that. Controlled breathing, and that's pretty much it. You don't really need to do anything else. Just hold it for 60 seconds. Your turn.
Working some tucks for this exercise. So you want to make sure you're holding soft straight arms and nice tight cables throughout this exercise. Tuck and extend all the way with maximum range of movement. Now you can see Sabina's got her head lifted, which is going to amplify the exercise and make it a little bit more aggressive, but if you prefer to do it with your head down, that's okay as well. Let's get you to try this one. Working some side knee drops for this exercise, guys. So you want to make sure you're holding soft straight arm and tight cables throughout this exercise. Your knees must remain glued together as much as possible, so you can see Sam's doing it perfectly. Maintain your tabletop without allowing your feet to drop down, because that's going to take the pressure off. So we want to make sure we're maintaining a perfect tabletop throughout this exercise. Let's get you to try it for yourself. Atomic crunch for this exercise. So a couple of different ways of doing it. You can see Sabina has a triangle arm base, but if you prefer to lift up onto your hands and have your arms soft straight, then that's another variation which you're welcome to try. To maximize range of movement is what you're looking for with this particular exercise. So you want to try and get your knee all the way to your chest and all the way out to a straight line. Let's get you to try this one for yourself. Okay guys, working some mountain climbs for this one. This is best performed with your arms straight, but if you struggle with your wrists, you can always drop down and do this exercise from your elbows. Maintain a constant pace throughout the minute. Let's get you to try this one for yourselves. Let's everybody repeat the last 4 exercises. Okay guys, working a hips raise for this exercise. Now there's two different variations of this. So the harder variation is to make sure your shoulders and your upper body is remaining completely off the ground. If you want a little bit of assistance, you can finish in a position where your shoulders are just touching the ground, and that's going to give you a little bit of support. You want to elevate all the way up until you've got a straight line from your knees to your shoulders, so you can see I'm doing that. Let's get you guys to try this one for yourselves. Alright guys, I've got a challenge for you. We're going to work a creepy crawler for this exercise. So basically this involves taking 3 steps forward and 3 steps back and just making sure that your body is remaining off the floor. Your arms are remaining soft straight, so we want to make sure we're not rowing, and you're going to really feel this in your glutes and in your quadriceps as well. Let's get you to try this one for yourselves. Well done for getting through your workout today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Now, if you could turn your attention to your in-house instructor for stretching and cool down.